Hello, everyone. I'm Steve,
And I'm Scott.
and together we are Backyard Musings, broadcasting in Apple Valley, California, where it's windy out, so we're inside.
And we are still the Science and Technology Channel. Oh.
I'm broadcasting. Are you taking any kind of statin for high blood pressure? Well, listen up. A new study reveals a new study reveals that heart attack survivors could greatly reduce their risk of a second event by starting combination cholesterol lowering therapy sooner rather than later. By adding ezetimibe, I hope I said that right, ezetimibe, to statins within 12 weeks, patients lowered their bad cholesterol faster and significantly improved their odds of avoiding future heart attacks, strokes, or death. Despite this, current treatment guidelines are slow to adapt, often delaying potentially life-saving interventions. Would you like to know more?
Cardiovascular disease remains the leading cause of death worldwide, with heart attacks, also known as myocardial infarctions, being the most common acute event. Myocardial infarctions.
Infarctions. Yeah, it's a heart attack.
Okay. For people who survive a heart attack, the risk of having another is highest within the first year. I didn't know that. During this period, blood vessels are more vulnerable, making it easier for blood clots to form. I didn't know a year was that was the kind of scary period. I didn't realize that.
Yeah, like a danger zone thing. Lowering levels of LDL cholesterol, the so-called bad cholesterol, helps stabilize the blood vessels and reduces the risk of another event. The standard treatment after a heart attack is to immediately prescribe high-potency statins. However, many patients don't reach recommended cholesterol targets with statins alone. To achieve these goals, most need an additional cholesterol-lowering medication.
Quote, today's guidelines recommend stepwise addition of lipid lowering treatment, but it's often the case that this escalation takes too long. It's ineffective and patients are lost to follow up, says Margaret Leo Doter.
Leo's daughter.
Leo's daughter. Okay. Okay. Does he have a son too? Associate professor at Lund University and senior cardiology consultant at Skane University Hospital in Malmo, Sweden. Okay.
Yeah. In a recent study, Leo's daughter and her team explored whether adding the drug ezetimibe earlier after a heart attack could improve outcomes. They analyzed data from 36,000 Swedish patients who had heart attacks between 2015 and 2022 using advanced statistical models to simulate a clinical trial. Patients were grouped based on whether ezetimibe was added early within 12 weeks, late 13 weeks to 16 months, or not at all.
Well, the results were clear. Patients who received early combination therapy with statins and ezetimibe and were able to reach cholesterol targets quickly had significantly better outcomes. They were less likely to suffer another heart attack, stroke, or die from cardiovascular causes compared to those who received ezetimibe. Is that right? Ezetimibe?
Ezetimibe.
Ezetimibe.
Yeah.
Later or not at all. According to the researchers, updating treatment strategies could prevent thousands of serious cardiovascular events and deaths each year. We like
Quote,
that.
combination therapy is not applied upfront for two main reasons. General recommendations are not included in today's guidelines, and a precautionary principle is applied to avoid side effects and over-medication. However, there are positive effects from applying both medicines as soon after the infarction as possible. Not doing this entails an increased risk. In addition, the drug we have examined in the study causes few side effects and is readily available and inexpensive in many countries, end quote.
Margaret Leo's daughter hopes that the research results will, in time, provide support for changes in the recommendations. A treatment algorithm has also been introduced at our hospital in Sweden to help doctors to prescribe appropriate lipid-lowering treatment for patients who have a myocardial infarction. It has been noted that patients achieve their treatment goals earlier than 2 months after their infarction. Twice as many patients have reduced their bad cholesterol to target level compared with previously.
Quote, several other hospitals in Sweden have also adopted the algorithm, and there are similar examples from other countries that have produced as good results. This is her quote. My hope is that even more will review their procedures so that more patients will get the right treatment in time, and we can thereby prevent unnecessary suffering and save lives, end quote.
Drug combos are not new. According to my sister-in-law, Yvonne, a student doctor, zinc metabolizes well with melatonin. So I take my zinc tab with my melatonin at night. Does that help you?
Yeah, helps me. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. All right, folks. I hope this helps. If you know someone who's had a heart attack, send this link over to them, and hopefully it helps them.
Yeah.
I hope so.
I mean, hopefully they're doing some kind of a study like this in the U.S., right? Or at least being able to share this information. So.
Yeah, we know someone from Sunset Hills Ward that had a heart attack. Maybe we should forward it to him. Let him take a look at this episode.
Yeah.
Because we care about him.
Yeah.
All right, folks. Have a good one. We'll talk to you later.
Take care, everyone. Thanks.